Hi everyone, it's Jeanette here from the Sewing Studio with a fun little scrap project. This is hashtag use up your scraps because I've got plenty, as you know. Now these are leftovers from another quilt I've been doing, and all my friends laugh at me because it's like, actually I've got a bit left, so I'll go smaller and smaller and smaller until it's all gone. So these are what these are about, and it's a lovely little hourglass bow tie block, and it really is using up some of those little pieces. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. So let's have a look at the block. It's made up of 4 2 3/4 inch squares, which we're just going to snowball one of each of the corners, and that's what forms the little hourglass unit. Now it's been sized at 2 3/4, so that as it stands, unfinished, is 5 inches. So we can use that alongside a charm pack square if we want to. So it will finish in the quilt block as a 4.5 inch block, basically. So let's have a look how we're going to make it. As I said, I'm using scraps, so we're going to need 2 3/4 inch pieces. I'm going to need 1.5 inch pieces as well, which we're going to cut into squares. So I've got 2 of my fabrics here that I'm going to use this time. And what I'm doing is, because it's scrappy, I'm sort of putting a different colour with each of them. I mean, if I just show you a couple, you'll see that the secondary fabric I'm using for the bow tie bit in the centre, it's slightly different to the edges, and that's just to help me use up all of those little scraps that I'm not needing a set amount of bits of fabric, and I quite often do that, and I think it just adds a little bit more interest to the block as well. So I've got my 2 2 3/4 inch squares, which I've already cut. Now that's a 1.5 inch strip, so from that I'm going to cut 2 1.5 inch squares, and that's what we're going to need for our colour. And then we need exactly the same in our background or our contrast fabric. So this is a 2 3/4 inch strip. Now just to help me, I'm actually going to just cut off those little pinked edges. They don't always help when we're sewing. Now I've got to remember 2 3/4 because we quite often work at 2.5. So 2 3/4 on my ruler and 2. Now I could cut some of my 1.5 inch squares out of there, but I've already got a 1.5 inch strip here, so I'm going to use that just for time. Now 1.5 and 1.5. So that's all the cutting we need for one block. And then on the back of each of the small little squares, we're going to draw a diagonal line, and that's going to be our sewing line. And then the same on the 2 squares of coloured fabric as well. So the coloured squares go onto the light triangles, and the light squares go onto the coloured squares. No, did I say triangles? Light squares, dark squares go onto the light, bigger squares. And you want your line to go that way. It will form a triangle in a minute, but we're not triangles yet, are we? Okay. Now these are quite small pieces, so just take your time. It's fiddly rather than difficult, just because of the size of the piece. So if you haven't got a lot of dexterity in your hands, I mean, of course you can up the size of these. I'm just utilising my little scraps. So, but this block will work with different size squares. Now we're going to take that to the machine, and we're going to sew just on the outside of the line, just on this side here. And so not directly on the line. And all that allows us is that when it'll allow for the thickness of the thread, and it'll also just allow for that little bit of space it needs for that fold, and make sure that we still get that nice corner there at the edge. So there's our little units. Now, I just take my time when I'm doing these, particularly when they're small pieces like this, because the more accurate you are, the better for these small blocks. If you're out by a little bit, it's really going to show on these little blocks. So I really just took my time and just made sure I kept, nice straight line and sort of nice and even all the way along, because that will help me a little bit later when I come to putting these blocks together. So I'm first of all just going to press all of these. And I'm just going to fold back that corner before I trim anything, and just make sure I'm happy with the position of where that triangle's come out, because if I'm not at this point, I can go back and unpick and resew. Yeah, so I'm really happy with how they've come out. So I'm glad I took my time on that bit because these have come out really nice and even. So I'm now just going to trim away those two underneath bits, and that's just to reduce the bulk. So we don't want too much bulk in the back of our quilts. So we're just going to take off those two little bits, and you can see we're not losing much by using squares. So that's my 4 bits all made, and then we simply just put them together with our opposite, and then we're just going to sew that together like a 4 patch. Now I've pressed towards the darker of the fabric, which means that when I come to put these together, those seams there should be going in opposite directions, so everything should nest and it should all match up nicely. And then when we lay them together, we should have one with the coloured fabric on top and one with the plain fabric on top. And then we know we're doing it right. Now I'm going to press the seam towards the darker square. Now we've actually got, let me just show you, we've actually got 3 match points here. So we've got where those 2 seams come together for the hourglass bit, we've got our centre seam, and then we've got the other seam over here. So we just want to make sure that when we're sewing that we have those seams all nested up nicely next to each other. So let's see how we did. And I'm really happy with where all of those points are. So let's give that a quick press. So there it is. There's another little scrappy hourglass bow tie block to go with the ones that I've already made. Now I'm doing this as a bit of a leader-ender project. So these are sort of bonus blocks. So as I'm working on other things, I'm just putting some of the units together and then putting a block together. So when I've run out of fabric, I'll see how many blocks I've got and decide what sort of size border and how I'm going to sort of finish it. But before we just finish, let me just show you very quickly some different layouts. And the 3 colours I'm using in this are the pink, the blue and the purple. So we could have them so all our bow ties are going in the same direction. Let's do that little layout just so that you can, let's put that blue one there and that one there. So all our bow ties are going in the same direction. Or we could have it so that one row is going in one direction and one row is going in an opposite direction, and we could do that all the way through the quilt. Or we could do it where we bring all of our colours together to form these crosses, and then what you get is sort of like a trellis effect almost throughout the quilt, which I think was a pattern that Pam and Nikki Lintott used in one of their books, which was called French Lace, and they had this and they had it in 2 different sizes bow ties, but I think they just used sort of a solid bow tie and not an hourglass one. So it's just a variation on our sort of 1 colour bow tie, if you like. Just as I said, to use up my scraps, it's something a little bit different. I'm just going to keep going until I run out of fabric and sort of take it from there, really. So thank you very much. I hope you give this block a go. And if you do, please do share any of your photos with us. We're on Instagram and on Facebook, or you can email them directly to us here. We always love to see what you guys are making out there. So please give the little block a go. It's a great one for your scraps, and have fun with it. And please do join us again here next time in the sewing studio.